It's time for Penguin Speaks.
Hey everybody, Penguin here. Just a few things that I want to go over and talk about. First of all, I'm back out here in the cave and we're not in the playpen anymore. And the reason for that is this. The floor is very unstable there, and being that I don't walk as stable as a normal person does, I started getting a little bit concerned that it may knock me off balance, something like that. So instead of replacing just part of the floor, I would need to replace the entire floor or cover the entire floor, in other words, reinforce it. And I really don't feel like doing that. And looking at the money that would be involved with doing that, plus the paneling or the plywood, it just isn't going to be my best interest. Plus, it's a lot hotter in there than it is in the cave. I don't know if it's because it's smaller. I mean, it's shaded more, but it's still quite a bit warmer in there. Here, I can be out here when the heat index is pushing 100, and I'm actually, like right now, I'm actually quite calm. I'm quite comfortable. Right now, it's 85 degrees with a heat index of 95, and humidity is 58. And I'm not really sweating right now. So things aren't too bad. And that was another thing at the other place was the fact that I was sweating a lot and I would kind of shine, which, I'm not a 70s girl. I don't want to shine. So anyway, let's get to some of the things of today. Congressman Scalise is still fighting for his life in the hospital. Of course, everybody knows by now he was shot while practicing baseball. My lights just flickered. But he was shot while practicing baseball last week, hit in the hip, and it tore everything up. Organs, bone, vessels, as much damage as possibly be done was done. He's still alive and he's doing fairly well, the doctor says, but it's going to be a rough road to recovery for him. And an NBC reporter, Joy Who Cares, reported that this is partially his fault. I'm getting flickering lights. That's nice. This is partially his fault because of his stance on gay marriage and playing the race card and just everything negative that anybody could possibly draw up on him. And she's attacking him with this stuff. Then asked the question, well, should we put all this stuff on the back burner and just pray for his recovery? You think? Don't attack the man while he's down and literally kick him while he's down. Because none of this would be an issue at this point had he not been shot. For a random reason, you wouldn't dig up somebody's past just to dig it up. Okay? He got shot, so people start investigating and start Googling and start finding all this stuff about him. That's why it's been brought to the surface. So yes, put it on the back burner, you self-righteous bitch, and leave the man alone while he's trying to recover. And stop attacking him and his family. And that's all I have to say about that. Next, we were attacked by deer. Well, not really attacked. I came out of the house, was it yesterday or day before? One of those 2 days. And as I opened the door, 6 or 8 deer were coming across in front of the garage and jumped the fence of my neighbors and ran off. I scared them as bad as they scared me because I did not expect to see these majestic beasts probably 20 feet away from me when I came out of the door. Maybe next time I'll start looking out first and, on the window and see. I don't know. My next thing I want to talk about are, I don't want to say foreigners, but foreign accents. Why is it that just about every show you watch, or news show, or talk show, or late night show, why is there usually somebody with either a British speaking accent or an Australian speaking accent on the show or on the set? It just amazes me. I have nothing against people of these countries, don't get me wrong. Actually, I think Australian accent's one of the most beautiful accents out there. But that's just me. But I do think that it's becoming super saturated at this point, and I'm not sure where to go from here. I don't think that I want to turn on and listen on a late night talk show, somebody talking about how bad America is with a British voice. It just doesn't sound right. If they're citizens here, it must not have been that bad because they're living here. So, do you see what I'm going with this? Does it make sense? Maybe we need to look at, if you're not a citizen of this country, let's talk about your own countries for a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. Again, I've got nothing against the people. I really don't. It's just I'm kind of getting fed up with having so much saturation of foreign accents in the United States on media. I'm not sure what to do about it. I just want to throw that out there. Maybe it's just me. Probably is. But hey, I'm Penguin and I speak. Last Thursday, I believe it was, I woke up and did my normal morning routine. Look out the window, and there's one of the largest dumpsters sitting in my yard, just sitting there. So of course I go out to investigate, and I found the number and the dumpster number, and I call and got a machine and say, hey, not sure who put this here, but I would like to know why it was put here, how long it's going to be here, and who authorized it to be here, because I sure didn't. I never got a call back, but later on, it was the next day, I heard a lot of noise with it. So I went out and talked to the driver of a truck, and apparently somebody delivered it to the wrong house. It should have been next door where they're actually flipping that house. And then I got a text from the company saying, hey, my bad. Well, is your bag going to fix where he tore up the yard a little bit? I mean, it wasn't bad, but the weight leaves divots like that, and I like it to be level. So they're apparently, after the next rain, going to move it around or roll it or something like that to flatten it out. But I mean, come on. The houses here are pretty well marked. My address is on the house, on the mailbox, and it's not hidden. It's very, very clear, actually. Therefore, I cannot understand how the mistake was made. Driver must have been high. I say that jokingly. But I don't know. What is next? The North Korean dictator, Kim Jong-un, however you pronounce his weird name, apparently saying he's paranoid right now of getting assassinated. You think? Anybody that's in charge of anywhere that is doing crazy stuff like he's doing, yeah, there's always a chance of assassination. The people are living a life with nothing. It's really worse than it was in Russia back during the Cold War, where people had nothing to eat, they couldn't leave, the regime is just everywhere, and it's really, really sad. And he launched some missile tests today that when we were in their waters last week, a week before last, we kind of were there just to saying, hey, we're here. Well, we left that area, and his missiles landed in the waters exactly where our ships were. And so he's saying, yeah, okay, I got you. You come in here again, I got you. I don't know what's going to happen with this guy, and I'm really starting to become a little bit worried. Not that he's going to, take over America, but I'm worried that what he's doing is going to cause a world war. And if that happens, there will be nukes involved, and I don't think anybody's going to win. We just never know. I mean, he's only like 33 years old, but he's lived long enough to be insane. He's insane as his father was, but not quite as bombastic as his father was. And I'm not sure what's going to happen at this point. So anyway, I know this is the first video I've posted in a while, but prior to this I posted several close by. I hope you guys get your fix on Penguin, and I will be making more videos forthcoming. I had a bad couple of last days health-wise, and I'm getting back at it. One of those things when you have the medical conditions that I have, you just have good days and bad days. I did, however, spend Father's Day with my family, and we just kind of enjoyed each other's company, so that was very nice indeed. This is Penguin. I'm going to leave it with you. Be somebody important. Be yourself. Peace out.